You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about the injury report that was conveniently slipped out for the Indiana Fever game tomorrow evening against the Dallas Wings. Somebody pointed something out. Why in the world are we playing the Wings on preseason and then opening the season against? Why not have this game against the Mystics or somebody else and save that Wings game for the actual opener? It just seems to me like the excitement level would be a little bit more worked up. But that's not what happened, right? Well, a couple of things. We'll get to the Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull thing. A lot of people still wondering what is going on with Aaliyah Boston and that injury. What's going on with Lexi Hull? Why are we dealing with injuries like this? What happened in Unrivaled? What is this lower leg issue? What is it? Are we doing the Caitlin Clark day-to-day ankle thing all over again with the Fever and their PR department? Is that what's happening? So let's get to something that's being celebrated, and I'm rather confused by it. All right, the WNBA on Ion's telecast of the first preseason game of the year with the Indiana Fever and the New York Liberty. Let's keep it real, the two biggest teams in the league. The Indiana Fever and New York Liberty on Saturday, April 25th, delivered an average audience of 743,000. That is an increase of 76% over Ion's first preseason game last season. And I was like, well, am I going nuts, or does 743,000 feel a little light? That feels light to me. So I got to doing a little digging. Well, they're celebrating with higher ratings based on a Dallas Wings Aces game from last year that got 406,000 viewers, and a Chicago Sky Brazil game averaging 305,000 viewers. They were not comparing this 76% increase to another Indiana Fever preseason game. So I got to look and was like, well, that's a little suspicious. That doesn't make a lot of sense. So I went to look. The Indiana Fever against Brazil on ESPN averaged 1.3 million viewers, peaking at 1.6. I don't know about you guys, just quick math. That's basically a 600,000 less viewership. And you may be like, well, Rhodes, it's Ion versus ESPN Network. Yeah, I got you covered, folks. ESPN's available in 70 million homes. Pay television households. The Ion Network is available in over 100 million homes. And it's available in a combination of over-the-air broadcasting, which is your antenna. If you got a plain old antenna, you can watch Ion. Cable and satellite. It's on Dish Network. It's on DirecTV. It's on YouTube TV. It's on. It's free on Roku. It's a streaming channel that's free on Roku. Like if you got a Roku TV and you go to the Roku app, that's one of the installable channels on there, you know. It's free. Ion's one of their live streaming channels. These games are available for free on Ion. The network maintains a strong presence by covering all top 20 U.S. markets. So you're talking about it's available in 30 million more households than ESPN. And the number was 600,000 for the two best teams in the league, at least the two most popular teams in the league. You had Caitlin Clark and Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart and Kelsey Mitchell and Sophie Cunningham. And so while they're celebrating this, I'm going to be real. One of the things that was going down, if you wasn't paying attention when I was doing videos last year and Caitlin Clark's ankle was bad and the Indiana Fever was perpetrating the day-to-day thing on injuries, and all these fans kept hanging on. I kept telling you guys, we've got fans that are getting angry and getting pissed right now. And you combine that with they want to try to make you think it's a made-up narrative over the fact that a lot of fans don't like this play style that Caitlin Clark's going to have to deal with. I think you're seeing a little bit of a drop in ratings. That feels light to me. That feels light. And that feels like an underachievement. I got to tell you, that feels like that number should have broke 1 million. 1 million viewers. So tomorrow night's game, Wings at Fever, that's going to be interesting. So for that game, they're already sliding out the players that aren't going to play. Stephanie White said she doesn't anticipate playing Aaliyah Boston, Ty Harris, or Lexi Hull tomorrow in the preseason game against Dallas. Quote, I think we still probably be cautious with that. I think the goal is to probably get some of them minutes on Saturday if we can. What do you mean, if we can? Can you or not? What are we doing? We still don't know what's wrong with Aaliyah Boston. Lower leg injury. Well, is it a blown ACL or a twisted ankle, a broke ankle, a bad strained Achilles, strained calf? What is it? We're still dealing with a mystery injury for Aaliyah Boston. And look, I know there's a section of the Fever fan base that has chose to believe anything Stephanie White and the Fever tell them. I'm not doing that after last year. Not a chance am I doing that after last year. By the way, I think it directly reflects back over into the ratings. Again, that feels light. If you guys aren't paying attention, there's a section of fans that are mad as hell right now. They're mad as they don't want to see Caitlin Clark play off ball. They don't like Stephanie White's style of play. They don't want to watch slow basketball. They don't want the ball to be taken out of Caitlin's hands. They don't like how the Indiana Fever handled the injury last year and kept tagging just tagging and bringing along fans and making it seem like they kept putting that day-to-day injury tag on there. And then the season was over and she didn't come back. A lot of fans felt lied to. I'm not sure a lot of people understand that. I've heard from fans. A lot of them are mad. They're angry. They also believe that their star, their superstar, is being pushed aside. And that the coach, really and truly, regardless of what she said, neither Stephanie White nor Caitlin Clark or anybody else is going to publicly say something. So you guys looking for that, you're not going to get it. I don't know. It feels a little strange to me. And we're dealing with a MASH unit team already that didn't bother to, we got all these guards, didn't get enough bigs. Okay. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.